hell, I'm cold. That's a bit too far. The hell, I'm cold. That's a bit too far. The hell, I'm cold. Oh. That's a bit too far. Hey guys. I'm a little bit under the weather today, Kieran, but we'll struggle through. It's a bit too far again. I'm not getting this right. Just now. Sucking on a strepsil and laced up with painkillers, so make of that what you will. Oh. Good morning, not very well. I think that's good enough. Close enough. We can all see that the chart and the scanners, and that's all that matters. Oh, I was waiting for that breakout as well. Might be the line there. Back here. Oh well. It's not to worry. It'll come back. There'll be another entry point later. There's not a lot moving at the moment. What is moving is on relatively low volume. So just it might be another day of patience today. Oh, I always survive. I'm a survivor, Kieran. You should know that. When Destiny's Child wrote that song, they were singing about me. Beyonce sings a lot about me. People think she's singing about Jay-Z, but she's not. She's singing about me. Good Lord, it's cold. It's not really cold, it's just that I've got a fever. What's my best ever return on a trade, Dylan? My second best was 62,000 3 weeks ago. My best ever was 67,000. That would have been in February. But funnily enough, both of them caught live on this stream, which was nice. My best ever day is 102,000. But that didn't equate to my best ever single trade. So, and those $50,000, $60,000 trades don't come along every day, so you need to savor them. You occasionally get, a parabolic runner that's easy to trade. It's predictable in its movements, and it goes for you. And that's what I got with Aeroclean at the beginning of the month. And we probably could have got more out of it that particular day, but we did get more out of it for the rest of the month. So Aeroclean this month, we've had nearly 130,000 out of Aeroclean this month in terms of profits returned. My worst ever, I think it's about 37,000 negative. In fact, I can tell you directly here. It's easy enough to do. No, it's actually not. It wasn't 30. My worst day is 37, but my worst trade is 27. And again, that one was on live on stream as well earlier in the year. That was back in February. NRGV, and yeah, that completely went against me. Again, got caught in an algorithmic flush on that one as well, and that was painful. So yeah, the just over 27,000 loss is my worst ever. 67 is my best ever. So you know, it adds up. It's nice when you get the good trades as opposed to the bad ones. But when you it's all about your sizing. If someone with a $30,000 account loses $27,000, then obviously it's a big problem. Someone with $130,000 of account that loses $30,000, yes, it's a bad hit, but it's not as big as a problem. You can still recover from it. So it's all relative. It's all relative. So if you've got a $5,000 account and you lose $4,500, ouch. You know, it's going to take you. You might not even recover from that. That potentially could wipe you out. Whereas someone with a $20,000 account loses $4,500. Yes, it's like a 25% hit, but you can recover from it. Might take you a few days. And you're saying that I lost 20. It was 25,000 in a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to recover pretty much all of it the following day, which I was very surprised on. It was aeroclean again. If I'm not as active trading today, it's because I'm not really feeling up to it. I really would prefer to be in bed with a hot water bottle or something. No, I'm not hungover. No, I didn't drink at all yesterday. Guys, let's get the like count up. Let's tap the screen 10 times. If you're on YouTube, let's hit the thumbs up button. It was a good wedding, Matt. It was a really good wedding. A Friday. Well, say it was a really good wedding. The poor couple, it absolutely pissed down all day. So it's a big country, beautiful country estate, and in Offaly. And we set out from Dublin on Friday morning, and the sun was out, blue skies and everything. And as we got into the Midlands, the heavens opened and just didn't stop. And it was like, yeah, that's just typical. And the first thing in the morning, I took the dog out for a walk first thing, and I'm like, oh, they picked a great day for it. But poor couple got absolutely drenched at one stage trying to take wedding photos. I'll have a look at it for you. CETA 169. Sayata Mobile is the company. It's just starting to move up. 724,000 in volume. I kind of was starting to get a bit annoyed with me halfway through the day when I was trying to put a positive spin on it and saying, look, it's Photoshop that can put you on a beach, it's fine. You'll be grand. And after all, it's not even raining, it's just liquid sunshine. And I'm trying to put this positive energy out there, and a few people started to get annoyed that I was just being positive the whole day. So Sayata Mobile, not very well. No, it's a little under my price range, but you guys want to know about the low price stocks as well. It's 2 million float. I'll read the catalyst right now, shall I? Sayata's next generation push to talk over cellular SD7 device is now commercially available and sold through FirstNet and AT&T. Well, that's why this is moving up today. I'm not convinced with it. It might push up and then drop, so just be careful, because the volume, average volume is 1.2, just over 1.2 million. We're not quite there yet, but it will get there. It will be up higher relative volume, but I'm not convinced that this is I'm not convinced this is going to rally for the rest of the day. If you're in it, it's pulled back. It's already starting to pull back a bit too far for me, way under the VWAP. But you know, if you're already in it and you took profits up at 170, good for you. If you want to get in it, that would be I would think before you drink, before you drive, and wait for it to break 170 again. It doesn't look that strong to me. Just my personal opinion, not financial advice. Nutex Health has a decent catalyst, but no volume yet. So I'm watching that for a potential move. AXAM has been moving well. The catalyst is fairly weak, but it has been moving well. So that's something that I'll continue to watch. Okay. 1 hour 20 till the bell, absolutely. The last week of trading, guys. And right now, I'm looking for, where's my reports come? Details. For this week, I've got 4 days to make 15K. I'm not saying that I have to make 15K. Hello, Sound of Fun. I'm not saying that I have to make 15K. That's going to be my target. Ideally, my target this week is actually 20K. If I'm taking my average goal of 5K a day, so it'd be nice to get 20K in the 4 days that are remaining of the month. The reason I want 15K as a minimum of that, because that will make June my best ever trading month. What am I looking at trading, Matt? We'll see. There's nothing really exciting me. You know, Axon Therapeutics is moving well enough, but I'm not convinced about the catalyst. Most of what is moving are below my usual price cutoff range, so I'm just waiting for some action, really. It's a risky way to make money, superpower. Scalping Bitcoin on high leverage, you can do it. It's personally, if there is good catalyst, then scalping Bitcoin on a move up with high leverage is just the same as scalping the index with high leverage. So if you're scalping the SPY with high leverage, or scalping the Qs with high leverage, or the actual index itself, so it's similar kind of mentality. If you can get 20 to 1 to scalp Bitcoin on the way up, and you manage your risk well, there's no reason why you can't make money at it. But therein lies the problem: is you've got to manage your risk well, because wherever you're buying your Bitcoin from, the spreads are always horrendous. The spreads in crypto in the larger cap coins are notoriously bad, and it's a little bit less predictable than the stock market is, in my personal opinion. Why do I not bother with low cost stocks? 2 reasons for that, Maka. The first one is that my broker won't give me any leverage for low cap stocks. So it started off, I had a small account, a 5K account. So for me to trade these low cap stocks, I was trading as if it was a cash account, so there's no leverage. That was the first thing that made me develop my strategy for stocks above $2, really. So above $4 is what I'm really looking for. The other reason is that you have to take big size to capitalize on the small movements. So if you're getting, for example, a 90-cent stock, it's going to move up 10 cents. That's like 11% or whatever. It's only going to move up 10 cents. So I could take 10,000 shares to move up 10 cents. So I'm effectively getting, saying out loud, I'm getting 9,000 worth of equity on that. But again, I have to have a 9,000 cash account because I'm not getting no leverage. So I have to take bigger size for a 10-cent move. Whereas if I take a stock that like Aeroclean, for example, it's like look, Revlon last week, $7, $8. I can take 1,000 shares of that. I'll get leverage. So with the same price, I can take a lot more. I could probably take, 21,000 shares and take $21,000 buying power in there and take 3,000 shares. And for that to move up 10 cents, it's not going to be as difficult for a 90-cent stock to move up 10 cents. So I find, not some people are a little bit different, but I find that it's easier to make money on the low flow, low cap stocks that are above $4. That's just for me. The other thing, and the final thing, I did say there was three, with these literal penny stocks. So we're talking about, the costing literal pennies, 90, 40, 50, 60 cents, 90 cents, whatever. They are more prone to manipulation. Because if someone decides to unload the price all at once, you get big flushes. So they tend to be a little bit more prone to manipulation than you would with a much higher float or higher cap stock with a higher price. Good morning, Alphabet. Well, if you're still in a trade from AMC and you never got out, it's actually up on the day. So not up a huge amount, but it's up on the day. I'll have a look at AMC. 1260 at the minute. Not great volume just yet for AMC, but 300,000 shares traded so far. But yeah, you've made a profit. It was, what did it close? 1247 or something on Friday. Let's have a look. Yeah, 1247. That was a good guesstimate, looking at the charts. So your quid's in. If you think it's going to move up, continue moving up and rallying, stick around. Just take profits along the way and average your cost up. I absolutely, you're a braver man than me, Matt, because I hate holding over the weekend. It gives me anxiety. I'm holding a position, mind you saying that, it's not so bad. If you're holding a position, you don't want to be holding a big position over a long period. But unless I've actually gone in with a swing trade in mind, the worst thing that I think that I do, and I wouldn't advise anybody else doing, is take an intraday trade, a day trade, and if it's looking good, turn it into a swing trade. I've tried that a few times and it's always led to disaster. Always lost money doing that. So I'll either do the actual research, the due diligence for a swing trade, and I'll take a swing trade. Now I can do it the other way. I can get in for a swing trade, and if it hits a certain profit level intraday, I might get out of it because I've hit my goals early. But what I won't do is take an intraday trade and swing it overnight or over the weekend. Just that's just me. Market is going to crash soon. Balta says market is going to crash soon. Have you been around this last 3 months? I don't know where you've been this last few months, buddy, but the market has crashed. We're in a bear market at the moment. Not paying attention. Yeah, I think swing trading is less risky than, well, it is. Swing trade, if you do it properly and you do your due diligence, swing trading is less risky than day trading. But likewise, you don't, because again, you set your stops and manage your risk accordingly. But the opportunity to make bigger gains, I would say, is probably day trading. There's always a stock to trade. Absolutely. The market's going down. If the market crashed 10%, despite all the halts and stuff, if the market crashed 10%, there's going to be something going the other way, rocketing 100%. So unless you're worried about your pension or your 401k, if you're like, in your late 50s, early 60s, and the market's crashing, that's when you can be worried because it's impacting your retirement plan. If you're in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, a market crash is never anything to worry about. But it's an opportunity rather than anything else, because you can buy, you can load up your bags at a discount. Have I moved? Since when, Prince? I moved into this new gap at the beginning of the month, in June. So if you've not been here since this month at all, then yes, I moved. Gotta be honest, right now, it's looking like one of those days that, whilst there might be some things moving, I might just take the day off after the stream's finished. If there's nothing starts to move before the bell, I'll probably give it the first hour of the market. But I'm just not in the physical state of mind or mental state of mind to be trading today. I'm just not feeling well. The wedding was very good. It was very good. Real good bunch of people, and it was kind of really interesting, because it was one of those mixed race weddings where, you know, there's multiple different cultures and influences on what they're doing in terms of the food, in terms of the celebrations, and it was really good. No problem, Maka. Oh, I've not set my signals. I'll do that now, whilst I've got a moment. Yeah, Alistair, go back to sleep, buddy. There's not much moving at all this morning. Let me just have a look. His Buyout just popped up on very low volume. Is there a catalyst that might get the early part of a move? No. Cohen and Co. So its analyst rating is it from last week? It's probably the last news. Not seeing any news releases today. So yeah, it can stay there. Boxed. Let's have a look at Boxed. It's not moving up greatly, but I want to see if is this just a continuation from last week, or yeah, looks like continuation from last week. I'm not overly excited about that. More than I like to trade anyway, so I want a really good setup. What I'd like to get today is a really good setup, get in, get out, and go back to bed. That's the aim for the day anyway. The dog can cross her legs. I'll take her for a walk later. You're always on a lunch break, Snooze. You must be fat now. AMC had a good day on Friday, and it's up already. So it depends what the market does. AMC, without any catalysts, AMC does tend to follow the market. I've got AMC in front of me right now, and the market had a good rally on Friday as well. So after the initial sell-off, it moved up again into the close on Friday. I wasn't trading it because I wasn't trading at all on Friday, but had a couple of interesting days. It's been fairly stagnant across the week, the whole of last week. If you look about it, you know, moves up and down, but I can see AMC trying to get up towards 13 again today. Whether it gets there is anybody's guess at this stage. Well, I wouldn't put a third of his mum's inheritance into AMC. There's going to be better investment from a long-term perspective, which is what that kind of money you want to be using. I'm not bullish on AMC at all. It's down about pretty much where it should be. I would say that's the fundamental price of AMC is kind of between $10 and $15. When it's going up and, you know, $70 at its peak, way overpriced. And will it get back up there? I don't think so. It's not shorted to the level that would push it up that high again that it was previously. I think a better short squeeze candidate is probably, you know, Redbox, which is about 47% shorted at the moment. So with a realistic short squeeze push on it, that could move up. Would I invest in it long term? No, it's going to get acquired by chicken soup for the soul. So it's the difference between dollar cost averaging or value investing and intraday trading is vast. I don't care about the long-term health of the company or intraday trading. If I'm investing something long term and I'm looking to, you know, to grow my assets long term, then, you know, a good ETF is the way to go. Because you get hedged against you know, the volatility of the individual instruments contained within. Whereas if you're looking for quick gains and you're looking to grow your money on a daily / weekly basis, then day trading and or swing trading is the way to go. But it's higher risk. So you claim to be a financial advisor, and you're telling your client to put a third of his inheritance into AMC. Okay, good luck with that. You tell him it's the best investment he can make. Definitely good luck with that one. Sound of fun. Where are you? There's some news coming today. There is going to be news coming today, but, you know, whether the market reacts to it is anyone's guess. You've got to wait and react to the price action. What I say is you react to the price action. Don't try to predict it, because sometimes the market will be completely irrational. And it will, and illogical for that matter as well, and it can stay absolutely irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So don't try and predict the news. In fact, the saying in the markets is you buy the rumor, sell the news. That's an investing saying: buy the rumor, sell the news. But don't ever try and predict what way the market's going to react. I've seen companies release their earnings, absolutely smash the targets and the numbers, the price per share, earnings per share goes up, and it sells off, which is like, why would that happen? And I've seen the inverse as well, where they've had a massive miss and they're down on the EPS, and then the stock rallies. So the stocks can be completely illogical sometimes. So I would rather react to the price action than try and predict the price action. That's just me. Let's have a look at the calendar for Aeroclean. Say there's news coming. August. Yeah, August is the next earnings report. Is there a conference call? Nothing scheduled. I'm not seeing anything on the Aeroclean. Hang on a minute, what's this one? That was from the 14th, so that's already been done. The benchmark report from Wiseman, downgrade. So I can't see anything for Aeroclean. I mean, it has had a good month and had a little bit of a bounce on Friday, but I think I've taken as much as I'm going to take out of Aeroclean. I mean, I can't grumble. 120,000 out of the one stock in 1 month is very good profits. Yeah, I'm looking for a gap at pre-market. If I don't get a gapper, then I'll just watch for momentum. Sound of fun. So that's my strategy today. I'll be looking for a gapper, and then I'll watch for momentum. If I see something that's already moved up and I've missed the move maybe, and it's about to reverse, I might short the market or something. Neuroset's making a move up. Not traded that for a few months. What's the catalyst? I'll have a look at Aeroclean to see if it's shortable. It wasn't on Thursday last week. So Neuroset's just moving up on a Form 6. Notice the foreign issuer. Let's see if there's any other news. Here we go. Neurosense Therapeutics reports positive results from Stage 3 ALS biomarker study. This could be interesting. This is when it moved up last time. It had similar news. Here's the preliminary results show levels of disease-related biomarkers remain unchanged in people living with Alzheimer's who are treated with standard of care, in contrast to the statistically significant decline in these biomarkers in patients treated in Neurosense's Phase 2A study. That's all foreign language to me, but if you're in the medical industry, you might understand that better than I am. Yeah, that's it. Stage 3 positive results. I'll have a look at fuel cell, but I'm not a big fan of fuel cell. For day trading, it says floats. No, there's no volume at all. 57,000 on fuel cell. It's not even up that much. It's like 1/4%. So there's no trade there intraday right now. If it makes a move after the bell, understandable. But it's 391 right now, and it's there's no trade there. Fuel cell. Let me have a look at Aeroclean. Again, no volume. Relatively speaking, it's very low volume for Aeroclean at the moment, and it's on the short sale restrictions list. Not shortable. Hey, look, even a broken clock's right twice a day, Jack. There's a lot of volatility in the crypto markets at the moment, a lot of unpredictability in the crypto markets at the moment, with certain big players causing the disruption. Don't think anyone would have predicted the Terra Luna debacle, and then now you've got various crypto exchanges locking up and refusing to allow you to transfer off the exchange, which puts it puts your assets in danger, actually. Oh, I can smell some nice food. Zendesk. I'll have a look at Zendesk for you. Well, there's nothing happening with Zendesk. It's sold off on Friday, big time pre-market, after a rally on Thursday, after hours. So I think there was earnings or something. Was there earnings or something on Friday, on Thursday after hours or something? There's nothing happening with Zendesk at the moment. There's nobody trading it. It's like 5,000 shares out of hours. So it's gapping up, but that's largely down to the after hours rally. So just be careful with that one. Hey, you're never going to judge the tops and bottoms there, Jack. As long as you're making money. And don't take what I say as financial advice. And as I keep saying to everybody, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only giving you my opinions. The opinions of a fat bloke on the internet should not be enough to sway you into putting money onto a particular stock, particularly for the long term, whether that's short or long. I'm just trading price action. Yeah, I did look at this early before when I was creating a watch list for the Discord, because it is a smaller price one. I don't like trading these, as you know, but it's moved up quite well. Decent volume, 15 million shares traded already. It's up 113%. It's continuing to move up. I would look for 120. Personally, I was going to get in that. I won't, but it's got resistance up at 120, the quarter dollar level. But it's got the high of days 120, 123. So you look at the quarter dollar range. Quarter, half, and whole dollar levels are very psychological in trading. At this level, your 5 cents and 10 cents levels are also quite psychological as well. Hey, Dougie. So the one and only Dougie, can you teach me? Well, that's the aim that's the aim this year, Jack. That's making another move. Let's have a quick look at the action. That's low volume. Don't jump on that because it's trying to move up on low volume. It's just not reliable. Last time I traded Neuroscience, I think it went up 850% on the day from a similar kind of price point. So if this breaks the $0.50, I might be interested. A short Apple? Why would you do that? Apple's looking strong today. So I'll just get in for the break of the $0.50 there. Move up. Looking for a new high. There we go. Take half off and I'll ride the rest. So a quick $300. Let the rest ride. Comes down, we just get out for break even on the second half of this trade. Or we ride it up and add to it for the break of the $0.25. Total. So it's going to get out there. 450 is not bad for that first trade of the day. We're green on the day. That's a good start. Hannibal the cannibal. If it does, then I guess we're short in the market, aren't we, buddy? Show me your short positions. Let's have a look at Apple. Someone says short Apple. I'll come back to Neurasense in a minute. Okay, so Apple's up on again. This will be the 4th day in a row that Apple finishes higher. It'll be the 3rd day in a row that it gaps up. So, am I comfortable shorting Apple right now? Because it's going to go with the market. I think we're going to get a little bit of a rally in the market. Maybe if we can get up to 150 before it then starts. This is what I consider a bear market rally. We're not out of the bear market yet, but we'll get a bit of a rally up towards, Apple will go up towards kind of 145, 147 maybe, and then when the market starts to reverse, we'll end up reaching the floor again, and Apple will end up going below 130. So I would wait for the signs of reversal first before shorting it. Why waste the money? But do I think it's going to move down? I think the whole market's still going to move down yet. We've got a lot of bad news on the way still. So, my opinion, like I say, not financial advice, don't sue me. Morning, PMZ. Let's go back to Neurasense. And a little pullback here, so this might be a decent, might create a decent entry opportunity. Back to Neurasense, absolutely. Well, Neurasense is the only one that's moving up on decent volume with decent volatility at a reasonable price as well. So everybody's going to be interested in Neurasense, and it's got a nice catalyst as well. Remember, it moved in, was it March or April? It went up at 850% on a very similar catalyst, and it was March the 21st to be precise. It moved up 850% on the day. So when this moves up, it has previous for moving up big. So watch this space. Like I say, I wanted to wait for the quarter dollar, get a bit of resistance at the quarter dollar. It breaks that, then we're onto the whole dollar. What platform am I using in the UK? I'm using Trader. I'm trading with Capital Markets Elite. That's my broker. But this platform here, the software I'm using is Trader. DAS, Direct Access Software. And that's what I'm using to trade on. Excuse me, guys. If I'm sounding a little hoarse, it's because I am. So I thought we might get a little bit of a breakout there, but I'll hold on to this for 10 cents. That's right, Matty. Oh, you've just got an upgrade in the quality. TikTok just upgraded the quality, so that's all right with the stream. Happy days. We're in 76. So stage 3 trials, positive stage 3 trials. I've seen big moves on similar. Support level 60. Yeah. Next entry is an ad. That will be 75. What I'm doing is not stock selection. I'm not saying this is going to go up 850% like it did last time. I'm just saying it's got previous for big rallies. So do your own due diligence, trade your own trade plan. Don't copy me blindly. Most people that actually do trade the markets lose money. Just remember that, guys. So don't copy me blindly. Don't look for stock picks or copy anyone blindly. Don't look for stock picks or signals from anybody. Learn how to trade the markets properly. Learn how to manage risk. Learn how to spot areas of support and resistance. Otherwise, 60, we've got resistance into support there, so that's the level. So otherwise, if somebody gets it wrong, and we all do, every trader gets it wrong and loses money, categorically. It's a case of you don't want to be blaming somebody else for your losses, but more importantly, you want to be able to do the due diligence and research yourself, so you know that what they're saying is a lot of twaddle. And I do speak a lot of twaddle sometimes, so like I say, don't copy me blindly. Subby, it took me, I was consistently losing month after month. I lost a lot of money in the first 3 months, and then I was losing small amounts of money for probably another 3 or 4 months after that before I turned the corner, and I've been consistently profitable ever since. And I can say that I've been profitable every month since. That's not strictly true, because in May I lost money, but only I didn't lose money on the trade values. I lost money on the transaction fees. So I was actually about 2k in profit in May. After all the transaction fees and commissions and charges and stuff, I actually lost a little over 12 grand. So May wasn't a good month, but we've made up for it in June. Hey Malaysia, welcome to the stream. Okay, so we've got support at 260, so I'm just going to add to the position there. We've got the VWAP right under it. We're right on the 9 EMA. We've got the VWAP right under it. And we've had support at this level previously. And if it moves up to 270, I'll add a bit more. We'll get a little break and a bit of volume coming in now, and it will probably go up to the $0.75 level at least. Retest that 280 level. That's what we're looking for. Add more. Our average cost now is 270. Hey Dougie from Toronto, Canada. It's a multicultural, multinational stream today, guys. Well done. Everybody in the stream, just tap the screen 10 times if you're on TikTok. Make sure you smash the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. I started trading. I put 15,000 into my first brokerage account and lost it all pretty much within a week. The next time I started trading, the next account I loaded up with 10. And the one after that, and I blew up that account eventually as well. Took me a lot longer, but I must have lost about a little over $30,000 in the first instance, in the first 6 months. Most people do lose money when they start, which is why I always say, look, don't put anything into a brokerage account that you cannot afford to lose. Don't put next month's mortgage on it or anything like that. Don't sell, you know, get a loan on your car and put that in there or anything like that. And trading a simulator first. Just trading a simulator before you actually put real money on the line. Prove to yourself that whatever strategy you adopt, that you can be consistently profitable, and just know that not every day is going to go your way. You know, some days is going to be, some days you're going to lose money. So I'm looking for a VWAP bounce here. Had the support at 6, but then the VWAP right under it, so ouch, which can be quite psychological to retail traders. Well, subby, you know, if you just, like you do with any career path, invest in the time in to learn. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's very much, if you invest the time to learn, it can be quite a lucrative and rewarding career path. If you think it's, shut up. If you think it's a get-rich-quick scheme and you treat it like that, you approach it with some kind of gambling mindset, go to Vegas, you'll have more fun. If you're prepared to learn, put the effort in, put the time in, practicing in a simulator, because there's a lot of things I teach people on a daily basis in terms of methodologies, the knowledge of trading, the pattern recognition, the risk management. I can teach all of that, but what I can't teach is the emotional element, the discipline. That has to come from whichever individual decides that they want to trade for a living or even trade for a side income. You have to be disciplined yourself, and I can't give you that. You have to be able to handle the emotions yourself, and I can't give you that. So trading in a simulator, whilst the emotions will be magnified once there's real money on the line, you can start building up the muscle memory. You can start building up the habits of discipline and risk management and control for you to actually get some before you put the real money in. Well, the emotions can be catastrophic. If you let the emotions take over, they can be catastrophic to your trading. And if you're changing your trade plan mid-trade, you need to have a good reason for it. It's a no from me. If you're kind of changing your trade plan mid-trade, then just be careful. I would say don't do it. But you just watch me do it right now. Very often, depending on how the price action pans out, I'll be getting out of this break below the VWAP. I was hoping for a bit more volume, bounce on the VWAP. We had support at short up. We had support at 260. Miyako, come in. Shut up. We had support at 260. So when that finally failed, we had the VWAP, but it was only 5 cents below. So I looked for a bounce on the VWAP. It's not happened yet, but it's holding the VWAP as support right now. So the question is, will it continue to hold support at the VWAP and we get the bounce and the move up, or do I get stopped out when it breaks 255? Right now, the VWAP is 255 and 0.6 of a cent. Now, scalpers would have been out of this trade already. because they're just in and out for either a quick win or a quick loss. That's what a scalper does. Whereas a day trader, it's in my average trade is 1 hour. Holding both winning and losing this year is my average trade is 1 hour. So looking for the break of 270, test 275. What broker do I use? I've not got any on my desk, so I'll get the treats out once I'm out of this entry. But what broker do I use? I'm using Capital Markets Elite here right now. The two brokers that I use are Interactive and Capital Markets. So I'm using Capital Markets Elite here. I'm not getting any leverage on this deal, by the way, because it's only 265. So I don't get leverage on stocks that are below $4, I think it is. Actually, I think I was reading it's $5 now. I think they changed it recently. But shut up before I wring your little fluffy neck. What did I just say to you? Behave. Distracting me. I'm trying to watch for this break of 250, 255. Now you've got not only got 255, but you've got the half dollar right there as well. So there's a lot of confluence of support. We've now got the 20 EMA coming up to meet the VWAP. We're already at the 260 level, which was where the benign EMA is. So there's a lot of confluence of support here. So I'm looking for a slight move up. I could have taken, reduced my exposure there when it moved up on this candle here, which was 269, but my average is 270. So shut up before I really lose my temper with you right here. You're distracting me. What's my strategy? I'm a pattern breakout trader. It's momentum more than anything else. But there's a few strategies that I will use depending on the price action. But it's price action pattern breakouts I look for. And that's essentially my strategy. Now, they don't always go according to plan, as I can personally testify. But my accuracy it's about 3 to 1 overall. So for every 3 trades, for every loser, I get 3 winners. So I must be doing something right, which is, in day trading, that's really, really good accuracy. Now this one is going to go against me, it looks like. So the first entry went for me, got 450. Now we're going to lose about 1,500. So we'll be about 1,000 in the hole to recover from. So that's not a big deal today. When I'm kind of looking for bigger gains today, because I want to finish this month with my best ever month, and I need 15k before the close of business on Thursday to achieve that for this week. So that will really put the ghosts of May to bed, if that's the case. Yeah, it's a slow day so far. I thought you was going back to bed, Alistair. I hope I earn loads today. I think she said you started trading without putting any treats on your desk. How dare you? I think the cleaners are cleaning the stairwell. Well, I had funds but I started with a small account. What you do, if you get some funds, don't put it all in straight away, because the likelihood is you will blow up. The first account you load, you'll blow it up. I'm not saying that to be cocky or anything like. The likelihood is you'll blow it up, because it's difficult to actually get on tops with the discipline and the emotional element of it, and panic selling and all that kind of stuff are all part and parcel of day trading. So don't start with a huge account. Learn to trade first in a simulator, then start small. That way, you get used to trading with money on the line. If you start small, if and when you do blow it up, because the likelihood is you will, you know, most people do, if and when you do blow it up, you've got money in reserve to reload and go again. And that's what I would advise. So I would say if you start with a $5,000 account for day trading and trade small, if you're in the US, and no, you can't day trade with less than $25,000 with a PDT rule. So you can either look at trading with an offshore broker like Capital Markets, or you can, well, we'll get the 75 I'm looking for. Not quite, we're going again. So start small. So we're 69 on the ask, we're touching 70 on the ask. I'm looking for 70, 75 at least, just to take some gains off. I want 75 on the bid, by the way, not on the ask. There's only cent difference, but this is the I'm going to started this trade on 76, so I want higher than that. What platform am I using? No, I'm actually under the weather a bit today, Alistair. I think I might have picked something up while I was over there. I'm just hoping it's not COVID or something, but I've got a fever as well today. I was fine yesterday, a little bit hungover yesterday morning, but I was fine yesterday, and then today I woke up and I'm all under the weather. No, it's a bit of a hard sell-off. Look at the support. We've got the 20 EMA, we've got the VWAP, we've got 55, we've got 60, which is the previous support and resistance. So there's a lot of confluence of support there. Now, if this does sell off, we get out at 55. A small loss, well, a big loss, but there we go. We'll get out there at 55. So that one went against us. I went to a wedding, Trex. I'm not wearing. You don't wear a mask at a wedding. Barocca's always the answer. So TechChamp, considering Interactive brokers, I like Interactive. Interactive have been a good broker to me. In fact, I've got more equity with Interactive than I have with Capital Markets. All I do with Capital Markets is it's my active trading account. It's what I use for day trading. But with Interactive, I've got multiple accounts. I've got cash account, I've got my savings account, I've got my SIP, which will be considered an IRA across the pond, so it's my retirement account with Interactive. I do have an active margin account with Interactive as well. I've got I trade options on my cash account with Interactive. So I've got a lot more that I do with Interactive than I do with Capital Markets. But I use Capital Markets. One, they refund me the platform fees every month for Dash Trader, and two, I get more leverage. So when price action's going up, I want to see a lot of green on the tape. I want to see the volume coming in at the bottom and the green on the tape. I would be careful if you're going to day trade with a Roth, because you won't get any leverage. So if you've got a decent sized account, then you've got to treat it like a cash account. Like I don't get any leverage on my SIP, but I use that more as an investment account than a day trading account. So I put my gains from day trading, I will add to my my SIP in long-term positions, dollar cost averaging. No worries, Alistair. Enjoy your break, buddy. So what I do at the end of each month, I will take, I split the gain. So I try and start every month with $30,000, or give or take. I usually withdraw a nice round number. So if let's say if I've got $52,000 worth of profit on a month, I might draw out 55, or I might draw out 50, and then I'll start with approximately 30,000 each month. So any gains I make on the month, I split it 3 ways. The third is it goes in to gain interest on, high interest account for the taxman when he comes a calling. The third is I put it into lower risk, longer term. I say lower risk, they're all in the red at the moment, but lower risk, longer term investment plays. And then I've got a third to do with whatever I want, living expenses and everything else. I'll check NEO for you whilst this is looking to come back. NEO is, you're marginally up on the, no, it's actually down on the day. It's marginally down on the day. And for NEO, it's not, NEO normally has a lot more volume than this. So 1.7 million. It's $24 at the minute. It gapped up. So we had the Friday evening session after hours. It closed and then it gapped up and it sold off. So it's below where it gapped up from, and it's below where it closed. So that's, if you look at it on the 15-minute chart, you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see NEO had a good day on Friday, as did the rest of the wider market. Then in the after hours session, it kind of just consolidating sideways, but 4 o'clock this morning it gapped up and didn't sustain. It sold off and it's now in the red. But again, it's following the wider market trend. If you look at the S&P500, it's a very similar pattern. Gapped up 4 o'clock this morning when the morning session opened. It gapped up and it sold off. It's very close to the 390 level from Friday's close. The Nasdaq, very similar, very close to the Friday close level. So NEO tends to the EV sector tend to trade very similar to Tesla, and Tesla tends to follow the market at the moment. So back to Neurosense on the 1 minute, looking at the 2, 1 and 5 potential entries on that. Well, good luck with that one. AFIB, it's looking decent for the price. So good luck if you like those lower price stocks. Now, for a new trader, if you're a new trader, when you get into something moving up, if you go into the long side, my advice as a new trader is look for the exit indicators, and first candle to break a new low is you exit all your position. Okay, you sell your entire position. Now you may break through certain support levels, and that if you're going really parabolic, you might want to get out before it breaks a support level. But it just helps with a little bit of discipline before you really formulate your personal strategy. Or say if you break below first candle to break a new low, you get out. I tend to look at that on the 5 minute. So if a candle on the 5 minute breaks a low, then that's my exit indicator. But what I will do is I'll look at, like I was doing here. We had so much support levels here. We had a bunch of EMAs all, coming together with the previous support and the $half psychological level as well. So for me, it made sense to just to hold to see if we got the bounce on that level. It doesn't always go your way, as you just saw. I am mainly long biased, Tim. I tend to go long biased. Not every stock is shortable, first and foremost, and particularly the lower price, lower flow, lower price stocks. They're not all shortable, and if they are shortable but they're difficult to borrow, and it costs a lot more. So you end up racking up those transaction fees as well. So that's why I tend to be a little bit more long biased. Now, if I know I can make money going short, like I did on Thursday last week, I lost money with Phoenix Motors going long. I got caught in an algorithmic flush. Those of you that were on the stream at the time, you remember that. You'll remember that, or you check the saved videos for that. I've actually shown it. But I got caught in an algorithmic flush. So when I caught a bit of a bounce, got a little bit of the money back on the bounce, it was still looking weak. So that's when I decided I'm right. If I'm trading this again, I'm going short, and I made 5,000 back on going short on it. So it depends on how the price action is moving. If you think you're going to get a good move to the downside, then there's no harm in going short. Just don't do it to AMC and tell people in the AMC GME community, because they will vilify you. They will string you up on all kinds of trumped up charges because they are a toxic community if you are trying to make money. You're not allowed to sell. You're only allowed to hodl regardless of what the price action is, which I actually find laughable. But, you know, if you are one of those apes, good morning. Yeah, so the theory on scaling in and scaling out is you're scaling from a position of strength. So you first and foremost, you get a move up, you've got your initial trade plan. Once you reach your goal, you take a little bit off, or take half off, or a third off, or whatever it is. You take some profits there. And when you continue to move up on the next pullback, you might be looking for an add. If it doesn't pull all the way back to your break-even level, that is, you might be looking for an add for the next, what would normally have been an entry. You've already got a position, you've got a cushion on the ticker, so you then scale in. You're re-entering, if you will. You've got an entry on that stock, and you're getting it at a discount because you've already bought in for lower, so your average cost is a lot lower. So that's the theory about scaling in, is it gives you the ability to have a better risk in there. You can actually keep your risk to break even, so and continue to scale up. But you always take profits on the way up. That's what I would say. Okay, let's see. On the 2 minutes, I'm watching the 2 minute as well. So on the 2 minute, you would have seen this little doji, which is a reversal indicator. So if I hadn't been talking to the chat, I would have probably got in here at the break of the $0.50, 250. The ticker that's up 1,000% is Box Technology. It's a reverse stock split, so it's not up to 200%. It's exactly the same. It's just that if you had 20 stocks, you've now got one. At 20 shares, you've now got one. So the price per share is up, but the actual value is I think it's a 20 to 1 reverse split, something. It might be high, it might be 25 to 1 or something like that. That's why it looks like it's up 1,000%. It actually isn't. Good morning, Donuts. How you doing? Well, it's not just the too many new shorts, but there's also the interest rates have gone up, and they've gone up quite a bit. So that's that impacts any type of borrowing. It impacts the cost, and what you're doing when you're going short is you're borrowing from the broker. You're borrowing shares from the broker, and there's a cost associated with doing that. Any type of borrowing, there's a cost associated with it at the moment. So there's quite a big seller at 258 here. What else is moving up at the moment? There's nothing else really. So it's just the two. So Axum Therapeutics and Neurosense are the two movers. Axum Therapeutics is not looking that strong at the moment in terms of volume, whereas Neurosense actually is. I mean, we're still getting candles over 100,000 on the 1 minute, which is good. Getting 200, 100, 200, 150, 200,000 shares traded in a minute. That shows that there's good volume there. For a relatively low float stock, I mean, 100,000 shares traded in a minute on Bank of America would be nothing. No, we're not. It's neither here nor there at the moment. Donuts. Looking for a move back up with Neurosense. Aeroclean making a little bit of a move from trying to do a red to green on low volume. Well, there's the problem with Aeroclean now. The first 3 weeks of the month, it was a brilliant stock to trade. Now the volume's died out of it, so I'd be very careful if you're going to be trading Aeroclean. It did make a little bit of a bounce or a bit of a rally on Friday, but it did it on relatively low volume in comparison to the rest of the month. That's always a risk. Yeah, no problem. I'm trying to get through all questions, MC. Which question is it? Put the question back in there, Matt. I can't scroll. I must have missed it. Sorry. What was your question, Matt? Because the last question I got was, can you check NEO? And I did that. Yeah, good luck yourself, Timmer. We've got 11 minutes to the open. Don't really want to be in this trade at the open. I'd like to get out at the open before the bell rings. Not often you see the bid and the ask at the same price. 0 spreads. That's relatively unusual. But a lot of people say buy low, sell high. I tend to, trading momentum, I tend to be more like buy high, sell higher. Because I'm looking for the moves up, reliable moves up, more than anything. Got this volume spike here, that's why I got in. The break of that resistance, break of 258. Getting a lot of sales on the 258, so when we broke that with the volume, that's why I got in. CAB. What do you want to know about it? What was the question there, Matt? I want to reply to your question. Just put the question back in the chat, so I don't have to go and look for it. Well, I'm not seeing it. I've got you saying that, could you reply to my question, please, Tony? Interested in your opinion, thank you. Then you've got CAB, that's not a question. Then you've got I have, which is not a question. So you want me to answer the question? I'm not being a bollocks or anything. I know I can be, but I'm not trying to be a bollocks or anything, but I don't know what your question is. I've not seen it, so just put it back in there. I don't think anybody's seeing a question. So whether you've typed it on somebody else's chat, you're cheating on me, Matt. You've not put it in the YouTube either. So the last thing you commented on the YouTube one was about the weather. So no problem. Well, either which way, Matt. I try and get, as you know, I'm not deliberately ignoring anybody. I'll address anybody. All I ask is just you know, mind your manners and be polite. No problem at all, Daniel. I appreciate you taking time out to sit around and watch them. Oh, interesting. Applied UV's making a little bit of a move up as well. So we're 7 minutes, just over 7 minutes to the bell, and we're getting a little bit of action. Not huge volume yet, but we're getting some volatility coming into the market. We need volume and volatility. One without the other is useless. So it's nice that we're starting to see a bit of volatility coming to the market before the bell, but what we're waiting for is the volume, and we should get the volume after the bell. No, the wedding was in Offaly. Yeah, so the question is, what are my thoughts on cannabis stocks? And the problem with cannabis stocks that I'm seeing is a lot of them are very high float, at low priced, high float, and that worries me about it. So a lot of them just aren't making money, and that's why they're high float. They've gone through a number of stock splits just to raise money to continue the business. But long term, I think as the wider adoption of cannabis, not just in the US but globally, wider adoption of CBD oils and all other cannabis products and hemp products, I think we're a little bit in the infancy right now, but I think the long-term health of the cannabis sector is going to be a good one, in my own personal opinion. And as it becomes legalized, the more states in the US that legalize it, the more countries in Europe that legalize it, the better. Yes, I'm into watches. I've got a nice little Breitling on right now. Oh, this is the Bentley limited edition. I don't do automated trading. There's the only people that get away with automated trading are HFTs, high frequency traders, which are taking more advantage of the spread than they are of the price action. So these are the big banks and the big hedge funds with the multi-million-dollar supercomputers. So if you come across somebody saying, I've got this algorithmic trading bot that's 60% effective, 80%, it's never 60% effective, it's always 85 or above, and can make you money. It's bullshit. The scams. Learn to trade. If you're looking to get into the markets and you're trying to cut corners, you're going to lose money. Simple. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. A lot of people, you see some of these fake accounts on YouTube or wherever. They're not showing you the P&L. They're not showing you their entries or exits in the trade. They just show you the start and end of something. They'll give you a summary after the fact and say, look, I got in here and got out here. They don't actually show it you live. You're actually doing it live because they don't know what they're doing. And then they'll try and sell you some kind of stock picks or Discord service or algorithmic trader or whatever it is, and it's bullshit. you're better just learning how to trade, learning about stock selection, about risk management, learning about how to get into the market and how to do it properly. If you learn how to do it properly, you don't have to. If you don't want to learn how to do it properly, get someone else that does know how to do it properly to trade on your behalf. Yes, they'll take a commission, but you know, they'll make money for you. I think long-term cannabis stocks could be a good, you know, you've got to look at it. I think it's a sector that will flourish, but some of them are just ridiculously high floats. For like, you know, it's a $2 stock and there's like, you know, 500 million shares in the float, and you're like, come on, how am I supposed to get gains on a 500 million share float that's only $2? I'm not big into the cars. I like it. I like cars, but like, you know, I'm driving a Volvo, for crying out loud. So I'm not really that bothered about cars, and I don't drive it that often. So I'm in the house all the time. When I'm not in the house, it's usually because I'm going out socializing. So I'm going to be drinking. So I'm not driving. So my car's actually wasting me money. I'm not the sort that was just going to buy a car to put it on the driveway as an ornament. I don't see the point. Not yet, Matt. She's not had a treat yet. I neglected to go and get the bag of treats, so I'll do that in a minute. Got 2 minutes to the bell. Well, there's a bit of resistance at 280, so that I mean, if I put the horizontal here at 279, that's the high of day so far. There's a bit of resistance at 280, which is why I'm looking for 275 here, which effectively gives me 10 cents on this move. So we've got the support here around 250. Give or take 5 cents. Also resistance, it's the $0.50. Current low of that session is 244, so support at 245. Big house, big houses. I don't even have a big house. I'm in a two-bedroom apartment. My ex-wife and kids are in a decent-sized house, a 4-bedroom house the other side of town. I'm paying for. And the question is this going to break pre-market highs or is it going to sell off? Let's put a stop loss there at the low, pre-market low here, put a stop loss there. So I want to see it move up. That's those pre-market highs. With the volume from the bell, we should be able to break that 280 level. Otherwise, I get stopped out at 245. That opening candle was a doji. Well, it's not made up its mind. The market's not made up its mind if it's bullish on this one or not. I'm just going to change the scanners over whilst I've got that stop in place. What else is moving? So let's see what the market gives us in this next hour. I'll move this stop up to 250 because that's now the opening range. Yeah, 250. It breaks below that, and I'll take the loss. I might just knock it on the head for the day because I'm just not feeling it today, as you can probably tell from the sound of my voice. And I would say about trading as well, it's like any job. If you're not well, don't do it. You wouldn't go into, if you're a welder and you're not feeling well, you don't go into work and continue welding. You know, if you're a bricklayer and you're under the weather, you've got the flu, you don't go and lay your bricks. So the same with trading. Take the day off. The market will be there tomorrow. Don't trade because you feel like you have to. It's your choice. It's not like a 9 to 5. It's not like you're salaried to the New York Stock Exchange or something. I like roller coasters, father, to be fair. Or I used to when I was younger. Not been on a roller coaster for a long time. Last time I went, I took the kids to Alton Towers when they were younger. We were just teenagers, young teenagers at that. And I think this is deciding that it doesn't want to move up, so I'll leave that stop there. What else is moving? Nothing right now. Any no trading halts just yet. AMC up. Yeah, AMC moving upwards. Now it's selling off. Ouch, that was a big move up, drop down. That's AMC. Well, glad I'm glad snooze doesn't work for me. How much time on average do I trade for? So it depends. So I do the stream. I might do the stream twice a day. I'll trade the last hour of the market and I'll trade the first hour of the market. I'll trade like 90 minutes pre-market, but that's more educational than actual trading, the pre-market stuff. Before I started streaming, I might do 2 hours a day. Good man. I hope Snooze's friend with his auntie's best friend's uncle's inheritance money didn't go and put it on AMC like Snooze told him to. Best investment he'll ever make. Gotta laugh at some people. Yeah, I think the thing is, if you're trading the markets and you're trading for your own personal profit with your own money, you don't need to be trading for more than an hour a day. You really don't. You get a stock that moves. You get in, take your profits, get out. That's what the market's giving you. If it goes after hours, if it continues to move, you might want to get in and try and make a bit more. If it doesn't, try and get out at the top and then walk away with the profits. Once you get green, stay green. That's the whole point. So we've got to stop at 250 here. So we're risking just under 15 cents on this trade. We've got 7,500 shares. So I'm waiting for it to decide which way it's going. It's just consolidating sideways at the moment. The range is like 10 cents either way. It's my, I wouldn't say full-time job, but it's my primary source of income. Subby. Yeah, well, I don't know about liquidity, but it's certainly low volume. Yeah, I just got stopped out there. So yeah, that's it. It's because you get to the first hour of the market. That's where the most volume is, and after that, if you're not making money in the first hour of the market, statistics will tell you that you're unlikely to be making money after that. If you make money in the first hour of the market, you can get continuations, and you can make a bit more. But if you very few people actually, I would say normally very few people who lose money in the first hour make it back and make a profit on the day. However, I've been booking that trend in June. When I've had a bad start to the day, I've been, more often than not this month, I've been able to trade my way out of it. Couldn't quite get there on Thursday. I mean, I was like 14 grand down at one stage, but we finished just over 2,500 down. So it was a lot to make up across the day when there wasn't a huge amount of things moving. Let's look at talking of stocks that are moving. Revlon rejected at 850. Let's see if it breaks 850 this time. And it's from its initial move up from like $1. This is still quite strong. Exactly, Matt. Exactly. I'm not seeing much moving. I'm just looking. I need to see something with good volume, good relative volume. Neurosense is still probably the top mover at the moment. It's coming back up now. But we've got this opening range, 270. Let's see if we can get in there. Break of 270, 271. We got in at 271. Let's see the move up. Might go against me again, but that's the opening range high, so it's just broke it. So let's see where it takes us. Like I say, this does have a history of volatility. You know, you can get $3-4 on it across the day on this. What's the halt level? 315. So let's see it break $3 first. If we're getting a bit of a pullback, I might try a new entry. I've got 271 is our entry right now. And again, just timing. So going in pre-market, holding through all this consolidation, not ideal. I could have just got out for a small loss and not bothered, and just wait for the break upwards of the pre-market highs, which we got. So right now I'll just add and then take a little bit off, lock in some gains. Our average cost is now 283. I see this breaking $3. 298 on the ask, 297 on the ask, so we added at 94. So I want to see it stay above 90. This is a nice little pullback from $3. It got rejected at 305, so I want to see a support at 290, then the move up back through the whole dollar and then onto new highs. First candle to make a new low is where we exit. The low of that previous candle was 290 and 4/10. There we go. There's the $3. Now we go on to new highs. break highs here. Just locking a little bit of profit in, moving the average cost up. So 291 is now 292 is now our average cost. I can just put a 20-cent stop on there. Break even. So we're now trading with a stop at break even for the 7,500 shares we've got in there. We'll move that up to $3